Good morning, everyone. This is Brian and Grace, and today we are here at Universal Studios. This is our first time back in months. We're pretty avid park goers. We go almost every week to both Universal and Disney, and they've been closed. So now we finally get to come back to Universal. We're here at 7:40 in the morning. We got up nice and early to get here. There's a decent amount of people here, but we should be able to get in line and then hopefully get right on Hagrids once the park opens. Maybe run and do Hulk first. But it's very exciting, and we'll figure out the whole pass system. My mask keeps falling down, but today should be a very exciting day. So the first ride on today's adventure is going to be the Hulk roller coaster, and that'll be our first roller coaster in like 3, almost 4 months. The construction of the new Jurassic coaster is in full swing, and we have the brand new Raptor Encounter that has managed to be built during this pandemic. It's looking pretty nice. Grace, when can we do this one?
Never.
Never? Why, are you afraid of dinosaurs? Yeah. And after a long couple of months, we are finally back in Hogsmeade. They are building a giant set of lockers over here and the brand new Jurassic Park coaster.
Woo!
So we both managed to get virtual line queues for Hagrids early in the morning. We were the second ones in line this morning, and so we are about to ride Hagrids, and as you can see, it's pretty empty here. Okay, so we are in line for Hagrids. It is 9:10. What time do we get to the garage this morning, honey?
We got there about 7:15, 7:30.
Yeah, 7:15, and we were in line to get into Island's Adventure around 7:40. Yep. So we already had to wait quite a while, but doesn't look like there's any line. They actually let us in like 15 minutes early,
yep.
And then as soon as we got in, we were actually able to get a spot for Hagrids. So it doesn't look like there's any line right now. There were a bunch of people that said their apps weren't working, so hopefully that's not a big issue as it continues. We've ridden this ride probably like 6 or 7 times, and
this is probably nearing the 20s for me.
Yeah. The most she's waited is like 4 hours.
That was opening weekend.
And the most I've waited is 2 hours. The least we've waited was like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that was the first time I ever rode it.
Yeah.
For some reason there wasn't a line. But today, it looks like there's not gonna be a big line. And the way the reservation system works is you can put in how many people you want, and you're able to make 2 reservations at a time. So I guess we could already make another reservation if that one went through.
Correct. But
you can put 2 people. So I was able to register for Hagrids around 10:30, and she got hers for 9:10. And as you can see, there's no line. Normally it's way back there. And from here, there's still about an hour left if there's normally a big line. So this is very exciting.
Walking right on.
They're not running any pre-shows during this whole virus, because that would be a lot of people crammed in one space. This is normally the Hagrids pre-show. It's not super important for the ride, but when they don't have it, they just have Hagrid's dog walking around. And it still looks like we got no people. This might be a 0-minute wait for Hagrids. So there ended up being a small line. It's probably 10 minutes from here. Grace, how excited are you?
So excited.
So we're over here at the You Rest area, which is where they're letting people sit and hang out. And they even have around the park ways for people to scan your phone to get virtual passes. This one here is for Hagrids. This is just a pretty nice area where I guess you don't have to wear your mask.
Universal!
So this new Jurassic coaster is under full construction, and they did a lot while we were gone for the break. So now that we're done with our rest, we are going to hop on Spider-Man. And the waits today haven't been that bad. There is a good, decent amount of people, but still nowhere near as much as usual. So never mind, it looks like Spider-Man has broken down. So unfortunately, since Spider-Man's closed, Grace and I are going to do the Jurassic Park ride. We're coming up on Grace's favorite ride, King Kong.
Absolutely not.
And right next to the Jurassic Park ride, they are hard at work on the new Jurassic Park coaster. So we are in line for the Jurassic Park ride, and as you can see, what they've done is they have 6-foot markers throughout the whole queue to let people know where to stand. So this whole area is new. It's for team members only, but all this was under construction the last time we were here. And they are only doing people every other row.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
So now that we're all wet from the Jurassic ride, it says Spider-Man is back open, so we are going to head on over and see if we can get in line for that ride. Grace, are you sure you don't want to do Kong? We'll do Kong later. So Spider-Man does not have a virtual queue, and it is only a 5-minute wait.
It's Spider-Man! The Dots 4 is my Spider-Man!
What goes up must come down!
So now we're gonna have lunch at Mythos, which we got a reservation for like 2 weeks ago, but it's awarded one of the best theme park restaurants. We love to eat here. Compared to most of the theme park food, it's about the same price, and in terms of food, it's absolutely delicious. So definitely recommend getting a reservation for this place. You most likely have to call. I don't think they have it set up for the app yet, but you just call and ask for a reservation. And also you can stop by here in the morning and ask too, because sometimes they are really full and they can't take you for hours. Other times, like today, where it's kind of empty and rainy, they can get you in pretty quickly, but we absolutely love eating here. So as you can see, the theming in this restaurant is pretty exquisite, and it's got a very nice view of the rest of the theme park. And then in terms of the menu, it's more Greek food. Their lamb burger is really good, their salads are good, and then I like to get the fork, knife, and spoon grilled cheese, which is a very interesting one. But it's a pretty limited menu, but it's absolutely delicious, and you gotta make sure that you ask for bread. The bread's free, but they're not gonna bring it if you don't ask for it. So this is the fork, knife, and spoon grilled cheese tomato soup, and it's got some meats and things on top. And Grace, what did you get?
I got the Greek salad.
Nice. So as you can see, mine was pretty delicious. Grace, how was your salad?
Very good.
So yeah, in terms of theme park food, this stuff is absolutely delicious, and it's very reasonably priced compared to a lot of other places, and you get, as you can see, way too many drinks and bread, and it's like a full restaurant experience in a theme park. So we highly recommend this restaurant. So we are on the Hogwarts Express going over to Universal Studios, and they are making you wear masks on the train, but they are giving every party their own cart for social distancing, obviously. Welcome to Diagon Alley. So we now have a virtual line for Gringotts, and the app's pretty simple to use. You basically go on, pick your virtual line, and then it allows you to add as many people to your party as you want. So we have a party of 2, and then you just scan this when you get up close to the entrance. There's a name.
Thank you.
Gringotts was a lot of fun. One thing we've noticed is that with the goggles, you almost have to let your nose not be covered up by the mask, otherwise you will fog up the glasses that they give you on the ride. But now that we've done Gringotts, we're gonna head over to Men in Black.
12 Zartonian minutes.
With the pilot of the Titanium 37 Galaxicon Solarcraft, please report to the landing.
So Grace ended up winning. She beat me by like 120,000 points. The secret on the Men in Black ride is that there's a sensor above your head and you can actually shoot it when it tells you to shoot the opponent's sensor. If you shoot your own, you get points, and she ended up hitting it more times than I did. And now we're gonna ride one of my favorite rides, possibly the greatest ride out of all of Universal, Grace, would you say? E.T. And with that, we are ending our first ever vlog here in Universal. We got to do pretty much every ride that we wanted to. It was a lot of fun. And now we're gonna head home and probably come back next week. So I would say it was a very successful day. My mask keeps falling down, and we will catch you in the next video.